Hello students, I hope you all are in good health. So students, in this video we are going to study another phylum, that is Nemathihelminthes. This phylum is also known as Aschelminthes. The term Nema means round and helminth means worm. So this phylum includes roundworms. So let us see the unique features of the animals which are found under this phylum. First of all, we will see their habit and habitat. The animals under this phylum, they are free living. They may be found in fresh water, in sea, as well as in soil, and they may be endoparasite. Endoparasite means they may be living inside the body of the host. So those animals which live inside the body of the host, those are known as endoparasites. And their symmetry is bilateral. Bilateral symmetry means the animal's body could be divided into two equal halves. So let us assume that this is an Ascaris. Ascaris is an example of the animal under phylum Nemathihelminthes. So let us see, this is an Ascaris. So if we cut this animal, it could be divided into two equal halves. So this is known as bilateral symmetry. Then the another most important feature of this phylum is that there is a complete alimentary canal. So complete alimentary canal means, now the alimentary canal, it shows two openings. One is mouth, other is anus. Mouth is for ingestion. Ingestion means for the intake of the food. And anus is for the egestion. Egestion means to pass the undigested food. And there is a muscular pharynx. Muscular pharynx means when mouth opens into buccal cavity, then buccal cavity, after that there is a pharynx, and this pharynx has muscles surrounding on it. So there is a muscular pharynx. Then the another feature, most important character of the phylum Nemathihelminthes is that there is a tube within tube body plan. Tube within tube body plan simply means two openings, one is for ingestion and the other one is for egestion. So there is a mouth for ingestion and the anus for egestion. So therefore the body plan is tube within tube body plan. Then is level of organization. Level of organization is organ system level of organization. In phylum Platyhelminthes, we have observed the level of organization was organ level. Means only organs were found. Now in this phylum there is a organ system level of organization. The most important another point is germ layer. Germ layer is triploblastic. Triploblastic means three germ layers are found: ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. So when a baby is formed, how a baby is formed? First of all, we know through the fertilization process. When a sperm, it fuses with an ovum, then zygote is formed. That zygote, it divides and it forms ball or mass of cells, that is known as morula. That morula ultimately divides or arrange itself into the layers. That morula, that is a ball or mass of cells, it arranges itself into the form of layers. So this is an sperm and this is an ovum. They have fused and they have formed a zygote. This zygote will divide and this will form ball or mass of cells. So this is known as morula. This morula, the cells in this morula, they will arrange itself into layers. So three layers will be formed. The outer one is known as ectoderm the middle one is known as mesoderm, and the innermost is known as endoderm. So the germ layers, they give rise to all the body parts. So the germ layers, they give to all the body parts of the baby. So this is the important feature, that is animals, they are triploblastic. And they are pseudocoelomate. Pseudocoelomate means, so let us see what does this term means. This is the endoderm. So this endoderm is surrounding a gut. Gut means here alimentary canal. So the alimentary canal is surrounded by a endoderm. This is the body wall. The outer layer is known as body wall. And the body wall is surrounded by a ectoderm layer. So in between the two layers, there is a cavity found. A small space is found. So a cavity is found that is known as coelom. If eucoelomate animals are those which are having the true coelom present. So how does the true coelom will be looking like? This is the endoderm. अगर ये एंडोडर्म के सराउंडिंग बाहर मेसोडर्म कंप्लीट लेयर ऐसे पाई जाती और प्लस जो ये एक्टोडर्म है इसके सराउंडिंग भी सारे सराउंडिंग मेसोडर्म पाई जाती, देन वी विल से दैट इज यूकोएलोमेट और ट्रू coelom present. But here the term written is pseudocoelomate. Pseudocoelomate means now the mesoderm is found in pouches. So the animals under phylum Nemathihelminthes, they are pseudocoelomate and they are triploblastic. Triploblastic means simply 3 germ layers are found. Pseudocoelomate means now the mesoderm is found in pouches. So these are the mesodermal pouches. Now let us see other advanced features of this phylum over Platyhelminthes. So another advanced feature is sexes are separate. Up to phylum Platyhelminthes, we have observed the term hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means in a single individual both sex organs were present. But here the sexes are separate, means so there will be male and female animals. Sexes are separate. So they show sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism means through their external feature, we may found that the individual or the animal of this phylum is either male or female. So now the question arises, how we will come to know that it is male or female? So the males of the phylum Nemathihelminthes, they are shorter than the females. So the males are shorter than females. Therefore, they show sexual dimorphism and the sexes are separate. So males, they are separate and female are separate. And dioecious term is written over here. Dioecious means now in an individual only one sex organ is present. In a single individual only single sex organ is present. For example, in males there will be male sex organ, in female there will be female sex organ. So that is why we use the term dioecious. Monoecious are those animals in which there is a single individual both the sex organs or sexes are found. That is, for monoecious we use the term hermaphrodite also, and dioecious means now the sexes are separate and they show sexual dimorphism. Then in them circulatory and respiratory system are absent, but however excretory system is there. So in excretion there is a pore present. In both the animals there is a pore present that is known as excretory pore. So let us assume this is a male ascaris and this is a female ascaris. The male ascaris is shorter than the female ascaris. Here are the mouth, and we will observe there is a excretory pore. This is the center line is the alimentary canal. This is the mouth starting and this ends in the alimentary canal, that is the outlet pore. Similarly, in female, there is the mouth and there is the alimentary canal and there is the outlet pore. And there is a excretory pore present. Excretory pore will remove the excretory waste through their body. But in Platyhelminthes, we have observed there were flame cells. But here, H-shaped Rennett cell is observed. H-shaped Rennett cell is basically an excretory tube. So, H-shaped Rennett cell means its shape will be looking like a H. Letter alphabet H. So, excretory tube, it is just like a excretory tube. The shape of the cell is just like a tube. And in which shape it is? H shape. So, this is the alimentary canal, center line. And this is the excretory tube. And there is the excretory pore. This excretory tube will remove the body waste from the body cavity and will finally open into the excretory pore. So, the excretory tube will remove the body waste from the body cavity and will remove the body waste through excretory pore. Then another point to be noted here is that the mouth is there in male as well as in females. So another point to be noted here is that to pass the sex cell as well as to pass the undigested food in males, there is a single opening. But in female Ascaris, there is a gonopore present. It is a pore which will remove through which the sex cell, that is the sperm of the male, will enter into its body. So gonopore is a pore through which the sperm of the male Ascaris will enter into the body of the female Ascaris. Now how this happens? This happens with the help of the pineal setae, which are present at the end of this male Ascaris. This pineal setae, they will open this gonopore. They will help in opening the gonopore. So now we will observe here one important point also. Sperm will enter here inside the gonopore and there will be the fusion inside the body only. So means in the female Ascaris there will be a internal fertilization present. So these points you should know in the phylum Nemathihelminthes. The two examples you should do also, that is roundworm and filarial worm. So this all you have to do in phylum Nemathihelminthes. This is all for today. Take care everyone.